spew hate speech, and they are tacky, and they are classless, and they are terrible people. Utterly terrible. Charlie Kirk was assassinated for his free speech. His speech consisted of handing a microphone to college students. His speech consisted of challenging the leftist, liberal, false narratives and thinking that is being pushed in our universities and colleges. The media pushes it. The Democrats push it. It is a one-sided, lopsided, anti-intellectual narrative. And it needs to be said that people aren't voting smart anymore. They're voting for color. They're voting for ethnicity. They're voting for DEI. They're not voting on qualifications anymore. They're voting for the color of one's skin, not the content of one's character. They're not voting on intellect. This country has been buffaloed too long. If you've got a college degree and you wear the right clothes, you're a shoo-in. I don't know where this privilege is. I lost my job talking about the dreaded B word. I spoke the truth about the dreaded B word. I didn't use the N word. I don't hate the B word. But the B word has a lot of problems in their community that are spilling over into the entire rest of Americans' lives. And for some reason, our media, our school system, and our leftist culture and woke culture has told us in no uncertain terms we cannot talk about that B word. But you can get Jasmine Crockett, who is ratchet as she comes. Profanity, the F word about Trump. She is not classy. She is not classy at all. And I want to tell you that she is a problem. She made very racist comments the other day. Most people missed them. She stood up and condemned white people who she said did not vote against Charlie Kirk, saying it was only people of color. There she goes, bringing up the race card. See, blacks bring up the race card all the time. These kinds of blacks. Jasmine, let me tell you something. There were 58 Democrats, and they were not all people of color, who voted in your favor. The rest did not even show up. Okay? Number two, Jasmine, I hate to inform you, there is a nation of people that is bigger than you and your ethnic background. And I would be willing to say that the majority of Americans do not respect you, would not vote for you, don't care for what you have to say. That goes for Ilhan Omar. That goes for Ocasio. That goes for Maxine Waters. Okay? That goes for this Baltimore mayor, the Chicago mayor, the governor of California. All of them acting up right now because they're looking like poop on a stick. The black mayor of Chicago said just this week, incarceration, jails, and the police and the law is a sickness. Not your community that's pumping out the high volume of black on black violence. Now we're going to blame the system. But the mayor of Chicago is interesting because he's got an entourage of bodyguards with him at all times. Chicago is such a great and wonderful place. His leadership is so solid. He beats up verbally Trump. I don't want Trump. This is an invasion. No, sir, you got a problem. You're not protecting your own skin color. You're not protecting the citizens of Chicago, and it's wrong. And the mayor of Baltimore, black woman, taking on, I can't remember her name, the Fox News, she's asking her legitimate questions. She refused to answer and says, "Oh, are you a spokesperson for Trump?" And the lady says, "Why are you getting personal? I'm asking you legitimate questions about your public office." Jasmine, Maxine, and all you clown mayors out there, let me tell you something as clear as I can tell you, okay? There's different types of art in the world. There's impressionist, there's realist, and then there's this term called abstract. Abstract is if I take a canvas, put it on the wall, and I just take a bucket of paint, take the lid off, and go, and then I put it in an art museum, and say I'm some famed artist like Rembrandt, Monet, and that's worth money because my name's on it. Makes no sense at all. Took no skill. And that's what we're seeing with people like you. No skill, no qualifications. Let's throw AOC in there too. She's a bartender. And she made the most tacky, uncalled for comments about Charlie Kirk. We should not recognize him. He is ignorant. He is uneducated. Oh, honey, he is more educated than you by a long shot. Charlie Kirk has more wisdom. Number one, he knows God. None of you women that I'm talking about right now, and you clown males being governors and mayors, you're not solving problems. You're projecting on everybody in the nation. You're projecting on conservatives, projecting on Trump, and you black people have a real special skill. For some reason, unbeknown to me, people are duped into office, are shit-talking our race, shit-talking our president when you are accomplishing nothing. Your people are getting killed in record numbers today, and you are doing nothing. Your music has gone down the toilet. You probably listen to Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, Crockett. I'm pretty sure that's your mainstay. Garbage! And I'm sick of this. And you make crappy comments about a man who excels you. Okay? Like the ocean liner, the SS United States that took the speed record. I picture Crockett in a leaky rowboat going like this, and here comes almost 1,000 feet of SS United States and dust you. You can't stand it that somebody from another race has far excelled you. You cannot stand it that you don't get the attention he's getting. It makes you mad. And it just seems to me that with the African American community that supports you, they're so full of hatred and racism and ignoramus thinking, and I'm supposed to get behind that? You guys can't run a country. You can't do it. And you're putting my race down. You're putting down Charlie Kirk. And the best you can put out there, the media who's all against discrimination and racism, I bet you the media would never hire a white conservative Republican to be a news anchor at any of their desks. Discrimination, alive and well. I'll bet you that you, Miss Crockett, if you had a business, would never hire me in any department at all because you are racist. And none of you listened to Martin Luther King, who said that a man be not judged by the color of skin, but by the content of his character. Honey, you do not have character. Neither does AOC. AOC talks crap about our race, but she married a white man, not a Puerto Rican, not a Mexican, not a black. we might need to interrogate and ask some questions as to why. Kamala Harris also married a white guy. Very strange stuff there. But Crockett is a no-class or low-class female. What would you expect? AOC is a bartender. She's got more substance in her breast than she does in her intellect. I could run circles intellectually around AOC, and I only graduated from high school. That's it. AOC was scared of a garbage disposal. I'd like to see her remodel this house. I'm still working on it. I'd like to see her do that. I'd like to see her do any number of things. And this is the problem with these Democrats. They think they're so special. They think they're God's gift to humankind. They don't believe in God. They don't trust in God. They're horrible human beings. And these mayors of Baltimore, Chicago, and the governor of California put an executive order that ICE agents, federal agents, cannot wear masks in the state. We got news for you, bucko. You don't have authority over the federal government, so that'll be fun when it hits the SCOTUS and gets bounced right back to your desk. And if that was enough, Gavin Newsom now said you cannot have fences or plants out around your house anymore. I didn't know you made the whole state an HOA community. Better take the gates and the walls around the governor's mansion and the plants away from that, Buster. Gavin Newsom, you are a worthless leader. You are a worthless leader. And just because you got voted in doesn't mean you know what you're doing and that you're good. I've noticed something here in Augusta, Georgia, and I'm really paying attention to it when I go to these stores. They really are majoring on DEI hires. 53% black here, but I go to these stores and it's like 90% hired black. I mean, there's still 35% white and others, and I'm just seeing, wow, they're almost all hiring all black in this whole area. And it's dawned on me more and more, I may not get employment here because of the DEI factor. We will see. And I'm very offended by Crockett, who's jumping on people who have a right to vote their conscience and playing that stupid juvenile race card, condemning whites for not voting. I guess you didn't pay attention to the numbers. You guys got what you wanted, and now you got to make a color issue out of it. Crockett, you do not represent the majority of America. You represent a lunatic fringe. And yeah, I said it. A lunatic fringe that wants all the white people gone. You want to be Queen Latifah. You want to be in charge of everything. And I promise you this, the day that that happens, you're going to wish that white people were running the show. Just look at Haiti, okay? And the sad thing is, Crockett and Maxine Waters, you were making rude comments to Trump. You're always running your mouth. And even a black YouTube artist called you an old hound dog. And he has no respect for you. You're against a wall, but you got a wall around your mansion, which I find comical. And you guys run your mouths. You run your mouth about Trump. You run your mouth about Charlie Kirk. You say he's a racist. That's all you people know how to say. Racism, racism, racism. When a problem comes along, you must be racist. When you don't understand, call it racist. Bum, 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 bum. You're a racist. Don't, racist, racist. That's it. I mean, forget whip it. Everything revolves around skin color with you. And what you cannot understand, especially Jasmine Crockett, is that the rest of America does not have your mind. We don't think the way you think. Thank God. We are independent thinkers, and we're done with your moldy thinking, because it's moldy. Our thinking goes beyond that. We think for ourselves. We don't want all DEI hires. We want people that are qualified for the job. irregardless of their ethnic standing. And these mayors can't clean up the crime in their cities, and they want to scream at Trump. I have never seen such childishness for people so-called educated with a college degree. All you do is project and blame and project and blame and play the victim. Classic case, patient scenario for a psychologist office. I'm sick of the Democrats. I'm sick of these radicals. And Ilhan Omar, you got a mouth that does not quit. You are rude. You had all kinds of nasty things to say about Charlie Kirk. When you die, let me tell you something, Omar. There's not going to be the amount of people that showed up at Charlie Kirk having a memorial for you and saying the awesome things. I promise you, not for AOC, not for Jasmine Crockett, not for Maxine Waters, not for that clown mayor in Chicago, not for Gavin Clown Newsom, not for the mayor of Baltimore. Y'all running your mouth because somebody just excels beyond you. And I'm glad. You guys want all the attention. You want all the notoriety. You think you're all the kahuna got it going on. Well, you ain't. There's a lot of us Americans that don't believe in your crap. And if we had any say, you would not be in there making $175,000 a year because you don't deserve it. Absolutely. You are racist. You're race baiters. You're Democrats. You can't humble yourselves. You don't have fear of God. And you talk about anybody who's doing good stuff. And you don't like them because they're white. You don't like them because they're conservative. You don't like them because they fear God. Please shut the pie hole. Thank you.